Adlerian Therapy is a brief psychoeducational approach that is both humanistic and goal oriented. It emphasizes the individual striving for success. There are three main principles to this psychology. And one is that individual behavior is goal oriented. Human beings are social fundamentally, and each has a desire to belong, as well as have a piece of value as an equal. Each individual functions with unity of personality and is indecisible. What I will be doing in the session with Tina, I will be encouraging Tina to change her thinking patterns and, leading her to think more positive and controlling her thoughts. Hi, Tina, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. So, what brings you in today?
Well, I would like to work on my therapy with the anxiety that I have.
So, Tina, I'm hoping today we can try some techniques that will help control your emotions. Is that okay?
Yes.
Part of the technique is bringing up unwanted feelings of distress. If and when it happens, when during the session, when we're talking about it, if it becomes too much for you, just let me know and we can stop.
Okay.
Is that fine with you?
Yes, it's fine with me.
Okay. The techniques that we would be using is called the push button technique, which has two parts. One requires you to reflect on images, and while reflecting on the image, concentrate on what you are feeling at that same moment and what you're thinking at that same moment. So first, think of an image. Think of an image that cause you anxiety. What comes to mind when you think of just thinking right now of something that will provoke your anxiety? Do you have an image in mind that works for you?
Yes.
And what's that?
Seeing snakes.
So you were terrified.
I'm the most terrified that you could ever think of.
So that brings a strong reaction at this very moment for you. Can you imagine it in a concrete way in encountering the snake?
When I encounter a snake, it's like my heart starts racing. It's like the room starts closing in on me. I just don't know what to do. It just makes me very afraid, want to be protective of my family at the same time. It just makes me really terrified to see them, but I know that I have to get it away from. And it happened to when I found one in my house. And I just know that I had to get it out because there was no way I could allow it to stay in the house, and I was afraid to touch it. It really terrifies me, and even now thinking about it, it's very stressful
Yes,
to me.
you must be very full of anxiety right now just talking about it.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay, so can you tell me another thing that comes to mind when that brings up anxiety for you?
Yes, I'm basically I'm working on a very huge project at work, and it's so many details and dealing with so many different personalities. It's like, it kind of makes me very anxious and nervous and, upset to deal with this project.
So you're not big on dealing with the project?
No, I'm not big on dealing with the project because we have so many people that wants to make changes of things that's been going well. I've been working on this project for 8 years. Everything has been going fine, but then you have people want to change it, and it's a lot of anxiety to make me think like I want to make sure that this goes well, because this is a big project that supports our whole company, and I just need to make sure that everyone is represented properly.
So this gives you a strong reaction. So can you imagine in a concrete way, um, when the stress begins, what happens in your body?
When the stress begins, it seems like it's around the same time every year, which is around the award ceremony. I just can't think properly. I lose sleep at night. And then I also start getting a reaction in my body where I have a lot of back aches and a back pain. I've gone to different doctors for this. They've given me different types of medication, but none of it worked. So we did find out and come to the conclusion that it was from stress, and I need to try to maintain it. So those are some of the issues that happens with me.
And you are experiencing a lot of anxiety.
Yes.
So scaling is one of the things we talked about in the previous session, and that is where 1 is the least amount of anxiety and pain, and 10 being the most. So where are you on the scale of 1 to 10?
I am currently on a 8. I would say a 9.
Okay. And that is an extreme level, so you must be really feeling full of anxiety right now just talking about it. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I do feel a lot of pain in my back and issues, just stress on my shoulders, but other than that, I'm okay.
Which must be traumatizing for you.
Yes.
So let's move on to the second phase of the push button technique. And for this phase, I want you to do the same thing, except imagine something that you feel satisfied, not anxious, and a sense of belonging, and a sense of achieving. Can you think of a suitable image, a positive or occasion for that?
Yes. As far as accomplishments, even though I do have a strong anxiety build up from the Shepherd Awards, I do feel a sense of accomplishment once the ceremony takes place. Everything goes well and goes nicely. Everyone does enjoy themselves. And as I stated before, I've been working on the project for 8 years now. And, it's very good to be shown appreciation for my accomplishments. And so I do feel like I have accomplished between.
So how does that make you feel to be praised and to receive those kudos for making the award pan out?
It makes me feel a sense of belonging. It makes me feel like I am appreciated. It makes me feel that I'm a piece of the puzzle that belongs in the group. And that's what makes me feel accomplished. And those are the feelings I get from it.
So these feelings can have a profound. Get back in the bed. Oh. Tina, having control over the choices is what I'm trying to get you to see here, and having the choice on how you're thinking and what makes you feel accomplished and what makes you feel that less anxiety. So what I want you to do from now until the time we meet again is that I want you to try to think of more things that bring you pleasure and have things where you have less anxiety, and tell me how that works out for you, okay?
Yes, I do understand. Thank you so much.
Okay, is there anything else today?
At this time, there's not anything more, but I thank you for taking the time to speak with me today and giving me all the pointers. It really did bring light on the situation, how I can make it better by thinking about things that makes me more happy.
Okay. Thank you. See you next time.
Thank you.